The Sigma male is a unique archetype that stands out from other men. He is someone who has the courage to stand alone and doesn't conform to societal expectations or traditional definitions of masculinity. He is independent, strong-minded, and has a quiet self-confidence that sets him apart. He doesn't seek the spotlight or show off because he knows his value and doesn't need to prove it to anyone. The Sigma male is comfortable in the shadows and enjoys observing everything around him. They prefer to rely solely on their own strength and resources rather than always waiting for help. Despite his advantages, there are some drawbacks to this lifestyle. Here are 9 huge downsides of being the Sigma male. Unwillingness to conform can be seen as a threat. Being a Sigma male isn't always seen in a positive light in a culture that values conformity and uniformity. Society often views those who choose to stand out from the crowd in any way as strange, different, or even dangerous. This can lead to misunderstandings and negative judgments about one's character. While some may admire the strength and independence of Sigma, others may be put off by his distinctness. The ability to stand out can be a double-edged sword, as it can make you stand out in a positive way, but also make you a target of ridicule or judgment. You must be emotionally strong and have a thick skin in order to withstand the negative opinions of others. Many people have fallen victim to the pressures of conformity and given up their independence to fit in, especially in environments where individuality is seen as a weakness. While this may be a necessary sacrifice for some, it can harm the Sigma male's life. Difficulty trusting others. The Sigma man's natural skepticism can make it difficult to trust others, even if he knows them well. His unique perspective makes it hard for him to understand why someone would take an action that seems illogical to him. He may also fear that people will try to manipulate or deceive him, and he won't be able to see it until it's too late. While this kind of caution is understandable, it can be a burden if he never gives anyone the benefit of the doubt. He should strive to trust his instincts and give people a chance as long as he is also aware of potential risks or pitfalls. By staying open-minded but still vigilant, he can build trusting relationships without compromising his own safety. The problem is when a Sigma has been burned by trusting someone, it can be difficult for him to open up and fully trust again, especially if it was someone close to him. In this case, the best solution is to take things slow and only open up when he feels comfortable enough. While it's hard to fully trust someone after being let down, it's crucial not to isolate yourself and remember that not everyone is out to hurt you. Forcing logic on himself and others. The Sigma male's rational and analytical nature can lead him to put too much emphasis on logic and reason. This could result in him imposing his own views of what is right or wrong onto the situation, even if it may not fit the circumstances. While this kind of thinking can be helpful when making a well-informed decision, it can be detrimental when used to discredit someone else's opinion or point of view. This can cause the Sigma man to be overly critical and judgmental of himself and others. While he doesn't intend to be this way, accepting that not everything has a logical explanation or solution can be difficult. By embracing ambiguity and accepting that there isn't always a single right answer, he can foster a greater understanding of himself and others. Using logic to make an informed decision is fine, but the Sigma male should be aware of when he is forcing it onto himself or others. Sometimes the best answers come from difficulty in forming close relationships. While the Sigma male values independence, this can also lead to difficulty in forming close relationships. He may feel that he doesn't need anyone else and that close relationships would only limit his freedom. However, this can lead to a sense of isolation and loneliness. Forming close relationships requires vulnerability and opening up to others, which can be difficult for someone who values their privacy and independence. It's important for the Sigma male to find a balance between independence and connection, and to realize that forming close relationships can actually enhance his life rather than limit it. Risk of becoming too detached. The Sigma male's independence and self-reliance can sometimes lead to detachment from others and the world around him. He may become so focused on his own goals and objectives that he forgets about the needs and desires of others. This can lead to a sense of apathy and disconnection from the world around him. It's important for the Sigma male to stay connected to others and the world around him, even if he prefers to operate independently. By doing so, he can maintain a sense of purpose and meaning in his life. Tendency to take on too much. The Sigma male's independence and self-reliance can also lead him to take on too much responsibility. He may feel that he is the only one who can accomplish a certain task or project, and may be hesitant to ask for help. This can lead to burnout and stress, as he takes on more than he can handle. It's important for the Sigma male to recognize his limits and ask for help when needed. By doing so, he can reduce stress and prevent burnout. Difficulty in dealing with authority figures. The Sigma male's independent nature can sometimes lead to a clash with authority figures. He may not be willing to conform to rules or guidelines that he sees as unnecessary or limiting. This can lead to conflicts with bosses or other authority figures. It's important for the Sigma male to learn how to navigate these situations and to recognize when it's appropriate to push back and when it's better to comply. Potential for self-doubt. The Sigma male's independent nature can sometimes lead to self-doubt. He may feel like he's alone in his pursuits and may question whether he's making the right choices. It's important for the Sigma male to recognize that self-doubt is a natural part of the process, and that it's okay to seek advice and guidance from others when needed. By doing so, he can gain a greater sense of confidence and purpose in his pursuits. Difficulty in finding fulfillment. The Sigma male's independent nature can sometimes make it difficult for him to find fulfillment in life. He may feel like he's constantly striving for something, but can never quite reach it. It's important for the Sigma male to find a sense of purpose and meaning in his pursuits, and to recognize that fulfillment comes not just from individual accomplishments, but also from connections with others and a sense of contribution to something greater than oneself.